Juju.
What they do?
We have a very important mission today. We need to help Tony. And what I've learned is Tony needs help quite often, doesn't know that he needs help or doesn't want to admit that he needs help, doesn't want to ask for help. But he needs help. Is that fair, Tony?
I would say that it's fair that I don't like asking for help because I like to do things myself. I don't know if it's a pride thing or if it's just like I don't want to inconvenience somebody else to do something that I can do if I just spend some time and figure it out.
I don't think your problem is inconveniencing others because you have people doing all kinds of nonsense for you. Like you have Danny's brother making video highlights of your vacations for you.
That was a great video, though. Shout out to Johnny.
I don't think inconveniencing...
Juju loved that one. He loved that video.
Yeah, it was via video.
Yeah, but I don't think inconveniencing others is your problem.
Okay.
I think that...
Johnny's going to be taking pictures at my gender reveal, by the way. This Sunday.
What are you paying him?
Oh, I don't know. My mom set it up.
Attention and love.
It's this Sunday?
This Sunday, yeah. I'm going to find out what I'm having this Sunday.
You get the invite?
I didn't get it. I don't check my emails.
Let me see right now. Spam.
I think
or
you're
what's
out of
going
town.
on here.
I think it's Slack.
I think
I
you're
don't
flying out of
see
town. And
anything
I'm pretty sure you
here
had something that day.
Gender reveal. Well, how are you doing it? Are you doing like...
We're cutting a cake.
Are you LinkedIn? Because I didn't get that one either.
I actually am, and by the way, that's how we do our hiring here at the LeBatard Show.
Really?
Yeah, and Metal Media, LinkedIn.
Okay.
Damn. I thought we was...
A little more official.
LinkedIn, just
Yeah,
LinkedIn,
just- yeah,
LinkedIn.
yeah.
Trust me. LinkedIn.
Okay. I love LinkedIn.
Just
I went on
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn today.
Right.
Just see who was looking at my profile.
And who'd you find?
Let's see.
Anyways,
links.
here's the issue, Juju. One, we have another issue is that he's having a gender reveal he's not inviting us to, which is an issue. Because if I were to go around the office, I'm sure there are multiple people in the office that have been invited to said event.
No.
No.
It's so my wife wanted to make it a very
One of our coworkers is currently on vacation with his sister. So there are multiple people in this office who are invited to this gender reveal.
I'd say it's a very small knit thing. My wife didn't want to make it a huge gender reveal with 1 million people and a helicopter flying over, dropping down the smoke or whatever. Just wanted to make it very small.
Yeah.
Shout out to Smoke.
DraftKings.
But it's a small, intimate gathering.
What is intimate to you? How many people went to your wedding?
I think we had maybe 150.
That's not too many to Matado, if you
Yeah.
ask me. What's this going to be, a 200er?
No, I'd say there might be less than 20 people.
That's not true.
That's
That's
never
a lie.
happening.
Malarkey.
Right,
That's
take a
not going to
picture.
happen. Less than 20 people at this gender
Yes,
is
less
not
than,
happening.
so it's my family's 5, right? Jenny's family is 6. That's 11. Right? 2 kids. My brother and sister-in-law have 2 kids. That's
13 ski.
13.
Your brother and sister-in-law included in the 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 13.
Are you and Jenny included in the 5 and the 6?
Yeah, 5. My family's 5.
13.
Jenny's family's 6. 13.
Yeah.
And then we've
Johnny
got
is gonna be
Johnny
there?
will be there, but
Or you
he's
don't
more
count
in a
him?
working capacity.
Wow,
so
so
it's a
he
different
just
story.
called Johnny the help.
Right, so
I
he
didn't
can't
say
even bring
that.
his wife or anything.
He just
like
No,
that.
no, no.
Johnny the help.
I don't know if his girlfriend's gonna go.
Can his brother go?
I'm adding one.
I don't know if Danny's invited.
15.
You don't know. How
You
do
don't
you
know
not
if-
know?
I don't- again, I don't-
Did you see? He just looked because he knows Danny is invited,
Right.
but he's
Danny
trying to
back
stick to
there?
this story.
No,
about
no,
how
I don't
We're
Danny's
at
not invited.
17. We're at 17.
17, easy.
Lewis and Dania.
We're at
And their
35.
8 kids.
We're at 35.
The 8 kids.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like 20.
No.
Kirsten.
No, Kirsten's not invited.
She just went on vacation with her sister.
That's fine.
I
But
saw Kirsten put up pictures. And I was like, lo and behold, who's
She's
there?
invited.
Tony's sister's there. Kirsten's
She'll be
invited.
there.
Kirsten will be there.
is not there. Kirsten's not going to be there. I think that's it.
DraftKings.com, over under 20, Tony.
20 and a half.
attendee.
20
Can
and
we
a half.
do like an over? I guess it's this weekend. It's harder, right? Can we do like on DraftKings, like boy or girl? for Tony?
Wow.
Right. You feel me?
You need to talk to your people.
I'm going to talk to somebody who talked to Thursday Thunder people, and then we're going to see.
Ooh,
what
let's have a
happens.
Tony's gender reveal parlay.
Okay, so what do we
didn't like-
parlay? What's the legs?
Over under people at this party.
Okay.
Yep, 20,
20 and a half.
But Jenny's has a 0.5 in her belly, so that's going to
that's
be rough.
true.
And
That's true.
the
That's
sports
true.
book.
Let's call it 21 and a half. We'll add that extra
You said
person,
under
21 and a
20.
half. I said 20.
I say we go 19.5.
Ooh.
Make things really spicy.
Anyways,
19 and a half.
what he needs help with is he needs help. I don't know if you're familiar. You guys are familiar with the concept, or the audience is familiar with the concept of a push present. So when your wife, delivers your baby, you get your wife a present.
Right.
As a result. And I asked him, are you going to get your wife a push present? What are you going to get? He said, I don't know.
I said
and then he
yes.
said, whatever she wants.
Right.
Which is not the way that works.
Not at all.
How is it not the way that it works?
You need to get your wife something that you got on your own accord, that you thought of, that you, being a thoughtful, now father when this happens, got for her something that, is sentimental, something meaningful, not like, hey, what's your Amazon wish list, and I'll just get you something from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean, but I found that it's easier being upfront with my wife, even though she likes the thoughtful gift that I don't ask her about. I've also learned that she likes the things that she likes, so I don't want to get her something.
But you should know the things that she likes because you're married to her.
Agreed. But there's things that we see on Instagram, there's things that we see on social media or out in the world that we don't tell people we like. No. We just internalize it like, damn, that's kind of fire. I'd like that. No. But I don't go and tell my wife, hey, you know what? I'd love this watch is super incredible. I love it. Whatever.
Right. What's one thing that you don't tell her?
Yeah.
If she listens to the show, she can.
She doesn't listen, but one thing that she listens only when I tell her to listen. Sometimes she doesn't listen when I don't tell her to listen. But I'm very simple. I like shoes. I like watches. That's kind of it.
I would like to say, though, you're not getting anything. You're getting a child. You're not getting a present for this. This is not a party for you.
The child is my present.
Yes.
The child is my present.
Yeah. You're not getting shoes.
And Jenny as well is
correct.
The best present.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
You're not getting shoes, though.
No, I know. But for her, I'm gonna ask her, hey, babe, what is it that you want for a push present?
Can't do that.
And then get her a G-Shock watch. I think that's right.
G-Shocks are timeless, huh?
They are.
Literally.
They are.
Someone would say time full.
Yeah, time full.
Resilient guys, too. You can put those things. Or girls. You can put those things wherever. And they
he also said he's going on a baby moon and he wants us to tell him where to go.
I didn't say
baby moon?
Yeah.
Dang, I like that term.
So baby moon is like honeymoon, but for babies. So
it sounds
like before the baby.
Right, I'm saying
it's basically like this is the last thing that we're going to do that's fun ever.
Yeah, it sounds like a prankster baby's move whenever he sees the other kids.
Yeah, baby moon. So where did you go on your baby moons?
Wait, I didn't have baby moons.
You didn't go either of them?
No, not like a designated
officially?
like this is a baby moon we're going away. The second one for sure no, because we were watching the first one. The first one, I think we went. It was like during COVID, so we may have gone to like the beach, but it wasn't like this is a baby moon. It was just like we need to get
like
away.
a staycation.
No, because it was up by Tampa.
Before or after the birth?
Before. It's the last thing you do. Well, theoretically, that's what I'm telling you. It's like the last fun you have before
it's over.
It's a spa. I think you should take her to like a spa.
Where are you going? He knows already. He's not telling us.
I don't know 100%. We're looking at different places.
You're gonna ask her.
No.
You need to take charge. You need to be decisive.
We work
you need
in
to
cohesion, Billy.
No.
We work in cohesion. So we've been to the Bahamas a bunch. Been to Bimini. I go to Bimini.
Bahamas. You can't go to
Sandals.
Dude, you can't this is driving distance. You're not gonna
No. We're flying.
You can't fly.
Of course I can.
No, you
can
can't.
fly. You can do.
I can absolutely fly.
You definitely can't fly.
We did Mexico already.
When are you going?
Jenny can't fly after a certain.
Exactly right.
I know. We were at the doctor.
So you're going on a
yesterday,
baby moon by yourself?
And she said the doctor said to Jenny that you can do anything before 28 weeks. You can fly anywhere, do whatever you want. After 28 weeks, you got to stay home. So we're planning prior to the 28 weeks,
27,
going out there, doing something nice. So
it doesn't count like if you start before 28 and then the flight back is after. It's still
that's why we're planning it like on the 26th week. But it's only going to be a couple days.
That's too close for comfort for me.
Yeah.
We still
Why
got another,
push it?
We got another like 20 weeks.
Where are you
or
going?
whatever it is.
Where are you going? That's worth it.
So we've been to the Bahamas. We've been to Bimini already. That's out. Mexico we just went to.
The Amalfi Coast.
Amalfi Coast. Been there, done that.
Yep.
Even though that's a long ass flight.
Tony's living good.
Right.
Dominican Republic.
I mean, I go to Fort Myers.
TBD.
Macon, Georgia.
Jamaica just went to just had the hurricane. I'm not 100% sure on Jamaica at the moment. Turks and Caicos maybe. Looking in Turks.
You're gonna go to Turks and Caicos. I've heard Turks and Caicos is boring.
Well, what do you
get robbed there?
What do you?
I've heard that there's nothing.
Boring?
There's nothing to do.
What do you want me?
Which for me is good, by the way. Like if I go on like a beach vacation, I'm just telling you
It's
what
the
I've been
Caicos.
told.
The Turks is cool.
I've been
the Caicos is a little rough.
I see.
If you must know, and I'm not betraying anything, Mojo told me that he was bored of Turks and
Caicos. But Mojo also is like a different kind of animal
than me.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. They're the same. Have animal instinct.
I'm not so certain.
Animality.
I'm not so certain that we're So different.
Was it Mojo's?
2 peas in a pod.
Was it Mojo's bachelor party in Vegas that you were invited to and didn't go? We had the Gronk Beach party and all that stuff, or is that a different?
I've been invited to a number of events in which I did not attend, and I will admit that I have my regrets in not doing so.
One of them specifically being Mojo's?
Mojo's bachelor party was one of them in Las Vegas. I regret not going to that. I regret not going to the Super Bowl 2 years ago at Gronk's house.
Yeah.
I regret that one. But that one was like a little more complicated.
I remember you calling me on the way back from Cleveland for the All-Star game to tell me to get a flight
because this is what
to
was
Boston.
Yeah, because
for Gronk's house
because
Super Bowl.
Here's the problem, right? And this is where I erred in doing these things, is that when we start doing it, it's like, especially early on, because this is, I think, after like the first year that we did it with them, it's uncertain if they're inviting us to just hang out with them or if they're inviting us to do content, right? Like, hey, come and like, you can come do the podcast from the Super Bowl party, right? But the Super Bowl party was sponsored by Groupon, so we had to get on the phone with a bunch of Groupon reps, and they're like, no, you're not going to be doing that. We're not going to be bothering, because there's contest winners involved. We're not going to be bothering contest winners with this situation. Right. So then it was like a last minute thing, and we're like, well, like, we're going to be at Gronk's house for the Super Bowl. Like, we got to do this, and then, management gets involved, and then you're making
a lot
calls,
of suits
or trying to figure out, do we get a camera here? Do we do this? Do we do that? How do we connect the dots? Blah, 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 whatever, right? So we botched that one. We botched that one. I should have gone to that. I should have gone to that. And over the years, I've realized, I think they're just inviting us to hang out with them.
Which is even better.
So I should have honestly just paid out of pocket and done that. Now, here's the thing, and this is something that you're going to learn now when you have your child, is you're going to learn with said child, it's hard to explain to your wife, I'm going to hang out with the Gronkowskis at a Super Bowl party when you have a newborn at home.
And my kid,
or ever, really, because no. Like, that's what happened last time at the Super Bowl, Gronk Beach in Vegas. So I was trying my darndest,
as you usually do,
to extend that. And I was trying to pitch management on doing a Super Bowl recap on the field after the game, right? Which is doable.
Which would have been great, too.
It's doable. It's very doable because we have a Monday episode of God Bless Football. So my thought process was, like, we'll get the field access, and then right after the game, we'll just like set up a camera. We'll try to go grab players, whatever, and we'll do Monday's episode on the field Sunday right after the Super Bowl. Like, this is great, right? I don't know what happened there, if it's a credential thing or cost or whatever. It didn't happen, right? But selfishly, part of the reason is that because I thought Gronk Beach was on Friday, but it was on Saturday. So I was also like, how can I stay till Saturday? Yeah, and that's what I was trying to work out so that I could go. Because if I'm going to be completely honest, I think this was my last shot. I think that I blew it. I think this was my last.
2 invites, you're done.
It's been 3.
I think you're redeemed.
You're saved. It's been 3. So it was Super Bowl.
3.
It was Mojo's bachelor party.
That wasn't.
It was
Boston.
2 different Gronk beaches. Actually, every year we've been invited to Gronk beaches. Like 2 or 3 different Gronk beaches, and I wasn't officially invited to Mojo's wedding, but kind of was. But that was in Italy.
That's the one in the castle, right?
It was like an Italian castle. So that one was like a trek. Like that one. Also, if I'm going to be honest,
he didn't want you to go.
No, I think he would have been fine if we went.
No, I'm saying, like, if your wedding is in Italy abroad, they don't want you to go.
I don't know that he didn't. I think he would have been fine. Like, I think if we would have gone, he would have enjoyed it, right? But I don't think he didn't care. Like, he didn't want us to go, but he wouldn't have cared if we went. That one would have been fun, just because imagine the story. I went to a wrestler's wedding in Italy.
Yeah, in an Italian castle.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's more important now. And I think you've been safe. Like, I took them up on the invite to the Gronk Beach, and I lived a life that was very fun, very drunk, very Gronkish, and very beachy.
Didn't you burn your hand on a fire extinguisher?
I have the scars from Gronk Beach on my arm.
Can I tell you something?
What was it?
I wait, hold on. You have a scar from Gronk
Yeah,
Beach?
he got burned or something.
What burned you?
The liquid nitrogen.
That's what it was.
Oh yeah,
the fire extinguisher stuff.
Right. A fan of the show. Basically, he was in the crowd and he was like, "Drew, what up, bro? I came to the live show the other day." He said, "Can you get Gronk to sign my hat?" And I was like, "Of course." And I reached for the hat at the same time.
All reports were Juju was having a great time.
Yeah.
I was told by my people that were at Gronk Beach, and I also caused an inner office problem in which Kristen, who works here and does like a lot of behind the scenes stuff and coordinating things and all that, Kristen wanted to go to Gronk Beach and kept asking me about going to Gronk Beach. And I was like, and I was
Pass the buck?
No, at the time I was trying to figure out like if I'm covering the game, am I not covering the game? And like it was a really long week because we got there on Sunday. So like by the time Friday came, after it was a long couple of days, right? So then like I made sure to like I think you reached out to them too, but like I make sure Juju's good. Like I told I at least 2 different Gronkowskis.
Gronk himself.
Yeah, no, well not Gronk himself. Let's not get crazy. I don't have that access, but.
You would have if you would have gone to the party.
Exactly.
In Boston.
I then sent an apology to Kristen like 2 days later. I'm like, thinking back, I could have gotten you to that party. And I'm really sorry I didn't. She was not happy with me for a long time.
I was in LA, and then they were so I was thinking if I was in Cleveland with Amin, but I was actually in LA for the Super Bowl in LA.
Yeah, that's right.
And then they called me like, "Hey, can you get on a plane to Boston?" And I was like, you guys know it's 12 degrees in Boston right now, and I'm in LA, and I have normal clothes for LA weather, not Boston weather. And they're like, oh, yeah, but Billy and Stu are going to do a show live from Gronk's house. And I was like, send Danny. I don't know.
There was also like a winter storm going on at the time.
It was freezing.
Yeah. Big snows, whole thing.
I think you got to...
Big snow.
I think you got to take advantage of these opportunities.
I definitely do. The
company is the wrong way to take advantage. See, what I did is the company was staying till Monday through Friday. I said, I'm going to book my personal hotel for the Saturday and Sunday and Friday as well, just because.
But you did it smart. You did like a year in advance, didn't you?
Right.
Yeah.
The last Super Bowl, I was so heartbroken for not going. They wanted me to come here and watch Mike get his hair cut off. And I was so sad.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Exactly. Like,
Shout out to Luke the Barber, though.
Make a musical. Salute to JT Daly. Fantastic musical we made.
Yeah.
But I love Super Bowls and I love parties.
Should I go? Should I be looking into New Orleans already? Or am I late? I'm
right
late.
now.
It's already late.
already.
You're already late.
Right.
Yeah.
I did. I put my for All-Star Weekend in Indianapolis this year. I put that shit in last year because my friend Amino Hassan, he says this is a great preparation. No H.
Wow.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
So Turks and Caicos is a maybe. That's what we're.
That's what we just
I'm worried about this for you. I feel like.
Why? I'm a very experienced traveler.
No,
And I've seen shit and shit's happened and.
What is that? What does any of that mean?
That I've been abroad when things have happened poorly.
What's happened?
Myself, like remember when I got my foot attacked by the coral? That happened abroad.
You weren't attacked by coral. You kicked a coral.
I was attacked by coral. It was a coral attack.
Yeah.
We had that situation happen. When we were in Thailand, Jenny got a weird rash.
How many countries have you been to? What's your passport looking like?
You
have one of those maps that you like put the little
No, I don't.
pins on the wall?
I don't.
Maybe that's a push present.
No, that's not enough.
Not a good push present.
Not enough. I need more. That needs to be like, if I have 4 of them, that's like.
What are you thinking?
OLI.
Like jewelry?
I don't know.
Superjewelers.com.
I don't know.
Code Mojo. I don't know if that's still active.
What year was that from?
I don't know.
Right.
Okay, we're going fast here because Jess has to leave, and I
I'll
have
get all
to
my takes out of the way.
Yes, I have to get the discussion in right away.
Right
so,
now.
Danny, if you throw up this list that we have, I found this random list on the internet. It was on Twitter of ranking the best TV shows of all time. I only have, I think, 20 up on screen, but I'll do some notables on the bottom. I know Tony already has a problem with it. He already told me he has a problem. Charlie's here
He's
too.
just pissed about
by the way.
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld being 30 is a crime.
Yeah, Juju's here also, and Jeremy, Jess. So the ones I'll tell you I have a problem with right away.
Right now.
Right now. The Mandalorian at 34, I don't think it's that good.
Saw it.
Yeah, Seinfeld at 30 is criminal.
Is a crime.
Yeah, criminal. Severance is good, but it's only 1 season. It needs more.
And I heard the second season is due to come out next year,
Yeah,
which means
I
there will
saw.
have been a 3-year break
crazy.
Correct,
between
which-
seasons,
yeah.
which seems criminal.
It's wrong.
I'm gonna give my take,
3
and then
years.
I'm gonna let
Sometimes
Jess.
they
Yeah, Jess can get out our takes.
That's what the issue was. The Hollywood strike was
Strike
in the middle
was
of that.
that's a year.
less than a year.
I know, but
3 years.
that's what stopped them.
There's
I guess.
shows that also were on strike that have come back.
I'm not the
Stranger
writer. I
Things.
don't know.
Got
I don't know
ass.
either. I don't know why there was such a long break.
I think the thing about this list too is that shows that went on longer get penalized for like those back end seasons, right? So like perfect example, 17, The Office. We all know those like post Steve Carell years.
The Office was great.
Where it's just not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the post Steve Carell years, not that great. And
I
that
mean,
probably
there
hurt.
was good moments.
Fire.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
moments.
I
There was
liked them,
moments.
but I know a lot
Robert
of people that
California
don't.
was excellent.
Yes.
D'Angelo Vickers.
D'Angelo go
Come
crazy.
on, man.
episodes.
There's a great
They had
season.
Idris
there.
Elba
Just
on
saying,
the show.
funny,
Idris Elba, yeah.
naming a guy,
Yeah.
but
No,
for
but-
The Office.
It just
I
Elba on
agree
there.
with you.
Why is Chernobyl? I mean, salute to Chernobyl. Salute to all the Chernobylites.
It was good.
But number 3,
No,
here's
that was
of
a
all time.
fantastic
But here's my
show.
argument.
fantastic.
Because it was limited, only one season.
Yeah.
You can't really fuck it up.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm screaming.
honestly,
Okay.
I mean, it was
that's
like a
why,
perfectly written miniseries.
It was.
but that's why
great.
Lost is 35, right? And that's fully because people are criticizing it for the back end of the show, for it
Which they
losing the
should,
plot,
'cause they
which they should.
totally
But the
lost the
peak
plot.
of Lost is about as good as any
But this
show
isn't
you'll
ranking
find.
the peak. These are like, so I'm assuming, Mike, you found this because it's like aggregating the ratings from all of these different websites.
That's exactly what it's
So it's
doing.
like Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb, and then they are adding it all up and creating an average, I'm assuming, through that. So Breaking Bad's number 1, agreed. It's the greatest
Yeah.
show ever.
Agreed.
Game of Thrones is number 2, but man, that user rating, all because of the finale. You pissed off your fans, you tanked your rating.
Yep.
You could have been number 1, Game of Thrones.
It genuinely makes me sad thinking
Same.
about the last season and a half of that show.
Have you watched House of the Dragon, by the way?
Yes.
I can't get into House of Dragon because of Game of Thrones.
You gotta get that out of your
I'm
head.
like, I
What?
need
You gotta
to,
get that
like-
out of
You
your head.
gotta take a mushroom or
Season-
something and wash yourself of the ego.
Season
Wow.
two's
It's really good.
season 2 is great.
This is actually I needed to hear
The
that.
series just
I will
had its
take a
best
mushroom.
episode.
Yeah.
The series just had its best episode. Like
I
the
heard
whole
the
thing.
dragons are fighting, so like it's good again. That's all I need to hear.
That's all you
Also,
need.
salute the Fleabag on this list. I like
Yeah.
that show a lot.
Really
too.
good show.
Well,
Definitely not.
One more pitch for House of Dragons. They've anthropomorphized the dragons so much they feel like as much as you love your dog, that's how much you're gonna love the dragons in this show.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
47 True Detective. We're talking about OG season 1 True
I think
Detective.
the whole series.
Brother, this who made this list again?
It's an aggregate. Like everything together. You could see it. Danny, put it up again one more time. If you
So
want.
it's Rotten
This
Tomatoes
is just
and IMDb.
like adding up a ton of people's opinions.
Whoever
putting them
watched
together.
House?
I don't see.
Dude,
I don't
was
know
good,
one
dude.
person that watched
there are
House.
house
Are
truthers.
you serious?
House
I
is
don't
really
know
good.
anyone that's watched House. I'm not.
Danny keeps yelling in my ear that
I'm
he's a
not
House
saying
truther.
it's the
I've
best
never
show
heard of
ever.
anybody hear House ever.
No,
It's
but House is
insane
great.
that you don't know anyone who's watched it.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why
You
is
never watched an
227 not
occasional
on here?
episode?
No, it was always on like right after like a TNT game, and then I just wouldn't watch it. So yeah,
The Boys is good.
Boys good,
Boys
but
is
again,
good.
not
I
haven't
not
finished
done
it,
though.
though.
It's not done. They're still
That's why I haven't finished it.
they're still putting out seasons, so it's hard for me to put a show on the list that still has seasons.
Freaks and Geeks is also
On the way.
a one season wonder at 20.
I'm stuck on Chernobyl being on this list, guys.
Yeah.
I can't.
It was.
At
I
3?
mean,
It was. I watched it. It was really good. I watched it. But did you
It
see the
fucked me
first
up.
season of Sweet Tooth on Netflix? That shit was busting too.
fair.
You know what's not on this list, which might be criminal? Curb.
Yeah.
Your guys at Malbon have a curb.
Your
little
guys? Why do you have a
crossover.
guy? You have guys over there? You got a plug over there?
I got 2 shirts.
No,
I do
I know
too.
you got shirts. I saw the shirt yesterday.
We're
You have
both
a guy over there?
Malbon
though?
golf fans. I
That's
want
it.
them to be my guys.
If you want to
I'm
sponsor me
begging.
and Jess, that would be
if you get a
great.
Malbon sponsorship before me, I'm gonna.
We'll
I'm
go
gonna
in together.
Throw my putter into a tree.
Peep
Straight-
Show is on this list.
Yeah,
Show.
Peep Show.
From
There-
03.
there's a lot that I haven't seen here. Like I haven't seen Peep Show. I haven't seen Happy Valley.
It's a good show.
yeah, I haven't
Mayor
seen-
of Easttown was fantastic.
It was good. It
My
was good.
my favorite show of all time, I think, probably actually including Breaking Bad and Mad Men, is number 49, which I think is crazy.
Americans?
The Americans.
The Americans is
Americans.
one of the greatest shows ever written.
Yeah.
It
A
A
is
lot of
so
bad
good.
scores there.
Yeah, we got a 5 on what says votes. I don't know what that's.
I don't know
called.
what that is. So this is just unofficial. We don't even know who's voting. We don't know who
Right.
these
We really
people
don't.
are. I only recognize 3 of the logos.
Stop the count.
It's the people, you know. Also, I know a lot of
Which
people that think
people?
Better Call Saul is better than Breaking Bad.
Better
Yeah.
Call
Better Call
Saul
Saul
is
is great.
fantastic.
It's good, but at least it's top 10.
Well, the thing is, Better Call Saul, I
What?
feel it's only good
Too many shows
because
for
of
the top
Breaking
10.
Bad.
I mean,
They got
That's
the
not true.
Bear ahead of Vikings.
Yeah.
I mean, salute to the Bear.
Do we
But
need
we're
to have
not
a
even done.
conversation about the bear, by the way?
I mean,
I haven't seen season
we're
one.
I haven't,
getting
I haven't
there.
watched it yet.
Nobody's seen it
We're
yet.
getting
Yeah,
to
I
the
haven't
point we
watched
not
it
even
yet.
have a keen nambo about.
I heard.
Ooh.
I heard
Put a pin in
that
that.
opinions are split.
Jury's
Put a pin in
out.
it.
Yeah, pin in
Are we
that.
going to debut our new segment? Jury's,
Jury's
out.
Jury's out.
Jury's out on the bear.
This is like a Taylor product where they're all just the same thing with a different name.
Well, Tony.
Hey,
to,
what's
to-
that supposed to mean?
Different
All the games are the same, just
That's
different
not
name.
true.
Yeah,
Tell
they're
him
all
to
the
catch
same.
a strays.
That's not
to your
It's
point,
my brother.
Tony, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is 28, and that's like
Come on, what are
that's
we doing?
that's
Come
the bridge of technically they're still making more of It's Always Sunny, but I think there's enough of that show. I mean, what
40
16
seasons.
seasons where you can know exactly where it should stand, and it should be higher. I think on this list
Bruh.
personally. I mean, what's so hard is that they're merging comedies and dramas here.
Right.
And
We
so
should make our own list.
Let's
Yeah.
do
Make our own
that.
list.
Boardwalk
Like,
Empire 41, please.
We
All
all
right, freaks and geeks.
we're
One
so like
season.
That's
we're
20.
the horizontal.
I don't know anybody who's seen that show.
What's axis? And we're all going to have a different rating out of 10, maybe.
right.
What we need to do
Yeah.
is
Maybe out of 100.
nominate shows because a lot of these shows probably
What is
won't end up
Dark?
on
We'll
our list.
nominate Curb.
Dark is good as
Dark
hold on,
is
wait.
Yes,
What
get
is
his
Dark?
ass. Get
Dark
his ass,
should
Juju.
be
Get his ass.
No, I'm
Dark should
asking.
be better
I'm
than
asking.
Chernobyl. Dark should be higher on this list than Chernobyl.
Can somebody
because-
tell me
Dark-
what it is?
I'll
Dark-
tell you right now.
Yes,
It's
Dark.
a-
Tell
Go
him.
ahead.
Tell him. No, you two. Tell him, Juju.
Sorry about that, bro.
No, tell him.
Number
Yeah.
one, also, our sister in the Lord, Lucy Rodine, made this football and
So
her
cool.
own arts and craft. Salute to my
She
sister.
disco balled it.
She disco balled the hell out of this. But Dark is basically a story of time travel, and they casted people who look exactly like a younger version of that person. The kid, the adult. It's impossible for this show to be going along this long, and you casted it.
Can we actually,
Like assigning
Do
homework
this.
to each other.
like, if I made like a survey monkey and sent it around?
Yeah, I would do it. If
I'll
I
get
could do
to it.
something
I
on my
think you
phone,
could.
I'll do it.
Tony wouldn't do it, and then he'd have so many problems with the list,
Right.
and then we'd fight about it, and we were like, "You could have
He'd bitch the whole time.
and you didn't."
And then he goes, "Oh, you guys actually filled out the survey, dorks."
you didn't want to participate.
Yeah, you guys have you guys filled out the
want
survey.
content?
Is it
or
going to be
not?
multiple choice or like fill in the blank?
I feel like it would be numerical, like 1 through 10 for everything, and then we add up the
Okay.
averages, and then
I like that idea.
Charlie's very much hard at work over there. Like he's like taking no.
I got a top 5 already.
Oh, there you
Narcos
go.
at 22.
1580 on
Charlie
his
top
SAT. Like he's got to do it.
Narcos at 22 is a bit low, by the way.
Brother.
I disagree.
How about 21? Mad
Atlanta,
Men's 21.
Mad Men is so
crazy.
good.
Battlestar Galactica.
I could never get into Mad Men.
Nerds.
It's so good.
I know. I tried watching it like 3 times.
Try it
I just
again.
couldn't do it.
Salute to Deadwood, but I mean,
Come on.
Kinda high.
Come on. Hey, Black Mirror at 25 too. Black Mirror's fire.
Okay, so Black
Right.
Mirror under
It has
Mr.
some
Robot.
stinkers. Like
Sure.
Black Mirror is one of the any of the shows that have like anthology seasons like True Detective, or they
Yeah.
have episodes that are not in a narrative.
Yeah, not a
arc.
story, yeah.
Like there can be some duds, and then I think it brings down
Correct.
the score. So
Back to what I was saying though, if Dark was in English and not German, Juju, I think it'd be
Yeah.
like a top 10.
you right.
But
I've
people
heard
don't.
it's really good, but I've
oh, it's
never seen
amazing.
it.
It's
It's so
ama-
good.
I like
You
it.
gotta
I like it better than Stranger Things. I like it better than Band of Brothers. I like it better than Chernobyl.
Yep.
Really good show on Netflix. Charlie, give me your top 5.
Hold on, you got the right fanfare for
I'm
my
ready
boy?
to go.
He's ready. He's ready.
Let's do
Locked
it.
in.
So there's a top 6 Mount Rushmore for these shows.
Oh,
and I
it
think
can't
Can't
everything
be a top
comes
6
after.
OLI.
mount.
Yeah,
It can't be
everything
a top
after
six.
5
It
is
can't
an
be either
OLI.
or.
OLI, number 6, Succession.
Oh yes.
6
Yes, sir.
session. Jess is gone.
Yes.
Number 5, Mad Men.
Yes.
Mad Men I liked, but what I didn't like about Mad Men is that it stopped having a plot at a certain point. Like they never got to anything. There was just always kind of like we're doing a thing, but like we never really go anywhere.
I see the look in Charlie's eyes. Make your own list, bro. This is Charlie's
I'm
list.
just saying. Do you agree with me?
No, I think
Obviously not. He put it as his 5th show of all time.
No, it's a good show. It's a good show, but like
it's the character development of Don Draper and Roger
Sure,
Sterling
it's
and et
just such
cetera,
a
et cetera,
long-
and how the world changes around them when they're obstinate.
sure, but like we never
John
got
Hamm.
That's a good pitch.
John Hamm, you are a fantastic brother. Just
Agreed.
for no reason.
The man.
Number 4, Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
Don't know if it needs a ton of explanation. The first 6 seasons of that show were as excited as I've ever been to watch television. How much do you miss every Sunday night being an event? for Game of
Right.
Thrones?
It really was.
I said that was the last appointment television show.
Right.
That was the last one you felt like I have to be sitting down at 9 o'clock because on Monday people are going to be talking and I'm going to get everything spoiled.
I think
that
I
was the
may
last show.
have told this story on Mystery Crate before, but I never watched Game of Thrones. It was too late. I felt like I was too late to the party. I couldn't catch up on everything by the time I actually wanted to watch it. But when everybody was going to be watching the finale, I had seen every Sunday night so many people tweeting everything about the show that I felt like I knew what was going on in this show. And I knew that for the finale, everyone would be live tweeting their thoughts as it was going on. I worked at a local news station at the time where we would do a Sunday night show. I believe there was like NASCAR on that night, so we were waiting until 1 a.m, and I had nothing to do. So I decided to do a live tweet thread of the finale without watching it as it was going on. And I got texts from like a ton of different friends that were like, "Oh my God, you caught all the way up on the show. I thought you weren't watching it. I can't believe it." And I was like, this is literally just from how many people in my world are watching this and live tweeting it at the same time. Because that's the level of appointment television that it was at that time.
Game of Thrones also the only show where I let the intro ride. You know,
Yeah.
I just let it go every time.
Watching that map unfurl.
Yeah,
It's
but-
so exciting.
But you know what? On rewatch, like after the third season, I'm like, okay, it's enough. Like,
Bro, I let
because
it
I'm
go
trying to
every
get
time.
through them. I'm trying to get
Oh
through
yeah, yeah.
them.
If you're binging,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
binging,
Number 3, The Wire.
Ooh, there it is. There it is.
You know, final season's now underrated. Season 2 is now underrated.
Yep.
People are not appreciating the period piece and the sociological triumph that The Wire is.
Yep, the
Love
Docs
that.
and the Sabatka season 2. Salute, get you some.
The kids, the school system season
Yep.
is, as a complete season, you'll never learn more from a television show.
Never. Salute to the producer. Who was he? Come on the show sometime. What's his name?
Dave something or
David
other.
Chase.
Is it?
Something like that.
David
Oh,
Simon.
David
Simon.
Chase is The Sopranos.
David
Oops, sorry.
Simon.
Spoiler alert for later. Number 2, Breaking Bad.
Oh,
Could have been number 1. It's up to. Do we have qualms with this spot on the list?
I like the last couple. I didn't see Game of Thrones at all.
You're missing out.
Not a.
Yeah, it doesn't
Medieval
matter.
guy.
I know a lot of people that are like that. They watch Game of Thrones and they
And
love
I
it.
know a lot of people that told me, "Yo, you're gonna love it. Just watch it." And then I
Charlie-
watched the first couple episodes and I was like, "Yeah, I'm good."
Thank you for saying that, because I think we've made this discussion on Mystery Crate before. All because it is based on a historical period, it is not about the historical period. There was
No, I
not
get that.
there
Oh,
was
for
not
sure.
dragons
I
flying
understand
around
that.
England. So it's not a medieval show. It's a fantasy show.
No, it's a medieval show.
It's not a medieval show.
There's
It's
It's
a
not
fantasy
medieval
show.
It's not a
medieval times.
I was like Star Wars. Star Wars is not a sci-fi show.
What is it?
It's a space western,
Okay.
space epic.
You changed it now.
Spestern.
Is it a
Well,
space epic or
because
is
it
it
has
space western?
it has western
Epic
themes.
or-
Epic.
It has western themes.
right.
But then they're also.
On Breaking Bad, how much do you love the Rube Goldberg ending of that show?
yeah, I do. I love it so much.
Breaking Bad.
That's
Yeah.
so much.
There was some things I didn't like about it, but
About
overall,
the,
I
I think
the
it's-
final episode.
yeah.
I feel like it's perfect.
No, I think it's a good ending. I just the way they got there with like, spoiler alert.
I mean,
the machine gun in the trunk.
I mean, at this point, you know.
Oh, I felt
I
like
mean,
it was
nah.
perfectly well done.
I think if he would have taken out the Nazi band like differently, I would have liked it more.
Okay, spoiler alert. Ultra spoilers alerts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
no,
this.
we're in total spoiler alert territory.
I mean, guys, it's from 2008.
8.
Bruh.
There will be someone.
I will have a look, but I will rebut that with me and my booski wooski. I see you. I love you. We just started rewatching The Walking Dead. I never seen it before in my life, so we doing that now, and I don't know what year that
Amazing.
was.
The Walking
Not,
Dead.
not on the list.
Yeah, The Walking Dead. Well, another show that I think
That's
suffers.
surprising.
But I think it suffers
'Cause it
from
goes on so long.
the later seasons.
Yep.
Yeah, because I loved it until like season 6, and you'll notice it.
Yeah,
you'll
okay.
notice it. Yeah, you'll be like, this is not the same. thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
My wife, Jenny's never seen Breaking Bad.
Oh.
And every time I try to tell her, she's like, "No, I don't care."
Okay, so
Okay.
Juliana was the same way, and then she said I didn't like it, and I go, "This is why I can't trust your opinion." Because
Damn.
yeah, I was like, how can you not? She liked it up to a point. The episode that got her was The Fly. After that, she was like, I'm not for this.
I mean,
love
but
that
that's just a
episode.
one-off.
I think it's great.
But I think if you're teetering on it, any one episode will be like, I'm done here.
Do you guys like bottle episodes?
I do personally.
What does bottle episode means?
You could watch it without the rest of the series.
Yeah,
It just
for
by
sure,
itself,
for
yeah.
sure. I love shows like that because like it's like why what's the show Black Mirror gets so
just-
fire because every episode can be
It's
a
different,
standalone.
right?
Yeah.
It's also
the bottle episode in The Last of Us. I don't know if you guys watched season 1.
spectacular.
I thought that was just an amazing love story. I love
Yes.
that episode.
But again, on the list at 32, we still have another season. So it's like,
We have multiple more seasons.
I know. So it's like, how do we
Well,
have
I'm
it
sure.
so
I'm
high?
sure this list is subject to change.
I think that the thing with the
Better be.
bottle episode is also that it's normally confined to a singular space. So like that's the thing with the Fly episode is it's just in the lab.
Right.
And so when they do it cheap, they purposefully are writing to sort of make up for the rest of the budget that they have for the rest of the season, and to be able to
I don't
do
think
that.
that's why that happened.
No, that literally it's the definition of a bottle episode.
Yeah, I
An
know, but-
inexpensively produced episode
But
of
you don't
television series that is typically confined to one set.
But you don't get Ryan Johnson, like this big director, to come do like something like that. I don't believe.
I'm just saying. You have. I don't know that technically, the bottle episode.
It makes sense,
Of
the logic.
The Last of Us, for example, is technically considered a bottle episode as much as like a one-off.
Well,
Yeah, I might be conflating the
Did you play the game?
terms.
term.
Did you play the game?
No.
In the game, that character exists and that storyline exists, but it's spread out over like a long period of playtime, and you get like bits and pieces. Where here they condense it all the way down to one episode.
Oh,
Which
did
is
y'all-
always a genius way of a TV show to do something like
Did
that.
y'all watch the Dark Mirror movie where you could play along and choose?
Bandersnatch.
crazy.
Bandersnatch. I did, but then I realized like some parts didn't really change the story. It just made you go back.
Damn.
So I'm like, so you just want me to do this one thing. So now you just gave me like this small side road for me to go back and pick the thing you actually want me to pick.
Right.
You know?
Side quest.
Yeah.
All right, so number one.
Number one.
Number one. David Chase's Sopranos.
Absolutely.
No qualms.
Bruh, that was a great
Good list. Good list.
Am I wrong to call The
list.
Sopranos a comedy?
No, not at all.
No, not at
I
all.
think it's like the funniest TV show.
I think it's
I've
more of
ever-
a comedy.
It's
than anything else.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I call Menace to Society a comedy. That's the funniest movie in my history of my life. Like, salute the Menace to Society.
Well, it's crazy because The Sopranos kind of started that, right? Where you were taking dramas and making them funny. Like Succession is obviously a drama, but it's hilarious throughout all of it. And The Sopranos sort of felt like the first one that was going out of its way. Like Breaking Bad was funny in moments, but it wasn't at all designed to make you laugh as a comedy, where The Sopranos, it felt like they were like going out of their way to make you laugh.
I mean, the writing was
It
ridiculous.
was perfect.
Right. Later on in the later seasons, every time Jesse would be like, bitch, I feel like those were written for comedy.
Yes.
But it wasn't too funny.
Science, bitch.
Although that's a good one. That first one is really good.
Hell yeah, man. Did y'all watch it's a current show, spoiler alert, Dark Matter? Yeah, never mind. I won't even do the spoiler
That's
alert.
Apple TV Plus.
Yeah.
Right.
What is
I've
that
been locked in
finale?
on Presumed Innocent.
I'm
That's
locked
what
in with that Jake Gyllenhaal.
I've been
Salute
locked
to
in.
Jake. Hey, bro.
This past episode that just passed.
Don't.
Bit of a no.
Nah,
I'm not gonna say anything.
You're gonna say. I know you, Tony.
Whatever you're going to say,
be like,
it's going to be too much.
it's gonna be too much. So just
No.
time out. Okay, say it.
Did you just take it off
This
his
past
headphones
episode that just
for
happened this
audio
past
audience?
Friday felt like a bit of a filler episode. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
He didn't say
All right.
anything.
He didn't say anything
He
too
said,
bad.
he said it was a filler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
He felt like it was a filler.
All I
will
said
say-
was this past episode was a bit of a filler episode. I don't feel like there was a lot happening in the story.
I saw a couple articles because Lost is now on Netflix for the
Yes.
first time, and so now like a lot of Gen Z is going to end up watching Lost for the first time. And I saw articles from Variety that really bothered me because there were two different ones that were basically telling you how to cheat the system in watching the show. So one of them was like, "Oh, here's the 20 least important episodes. Just skip them." And then
Kind of in with that.
the other article was suggesting that you watch the show on 1.25 speed.
I also don't hate it.
And I know,
Yeah, I don't hate that either.
to me, I'm like, is nothing sacred? Can we not just fucking watch a
Lost
show?
is not gonna be
Can
sacred
we
for me,
not
I'm
watch
sorry.
a show without trying to cheat it? Like, there's only so much of it. I know, like, whatever about the finale,
How many
whatever the way that
episodes?
they wrap it up. Watch the fucking show.
I think it has, like,
I don't understand.
I think it has,
we
like,
gotta
12
skip
seasons or
20
something.
episodes. It's 6 seasons, I think.
No, I think
You're
it's
telling me
more than
there's 20 skippable episodes. I need to
That's
know
too
how many.
much. That's what I'm saying.
How many
There's
seasons?
6
How many
seasons.
episodes?
Yeah.
There's
Is it
6
6
seasons.
Has 80%,
There's-
86 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh my god! All right, there's 6 seasons. The first 3
seasons.
seasons,
But
have
they're
25,
Coño.
24,
Long
and
episode.
23
But this is when
episodes.
TV.
75 episodes.
But this is how
guys.
it always used to be.
No,
But
I
you're
know.
telling me to skip a whole season's
Yeah, but
worth
I'm-
of television?
Yeah, but if it's filler bullshit, I'm
No,
I'm
but
cool.
that's the filler bullshit is sometimes
Is this
where
the
you
one
can get
where
the
they
best
get lost?
moments.
Good one, Tony.
I just realized the biggest gaffe on this
Bothers
list.
me.
I can't believe this. I'm finna say these words out my mouth. Snowfall is not on this damn list. Top 50.
Great point.
Come on,
Great
y'all.
point.
What are we doing?
Great point. I didn't even think of that. There's not really a ton of FX shows that are
Weird, I
on
don't
here.
see Glee
No, that's
on
not
here.
true.
Atlanta's
Strange.
on.
That's not true. Dude, first of all, Breaking Bad is an FX show.
True, I forgot
Better
about
Call Saul is an FX show. They have
So
it.
is Always
What's the
Sunny.
other show?
Atlanta at 42. Always
what's
Sunny.
it called?
A ton of it. You know what's not on here? The Vampire Show, dude. That's
True
on-
Blood?
What's the other?
No.
What's the FX show with the motorcycle bikers? I watched
Oh,
it.
Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy on this list.
Listen,
show.
Sons,
Come on,
Sons of
man.
Anarchy, when it first came out, loved it. Loved the idea. Thought it was awesome. It's
Yeah.
another show that by the end I was like, yeah, I'm done with this.
Bro, I was locked in still.
Spoiler alert. So you finished it.
Yeah, I finished it.
Spoiler alert. The way he himself at the end, I was
That
like,
was-
yo,
Whoa.
let me
All
tell
right,
you.
I haven't
Major
seen
spoiler
it.
Your
alert.
Damn.
spoiler alerts don't.
I
It should
said
be like.
spoiler.
I see.
That's not enough. That's not
Tony, you're
enough.
never gonna watch it. You're never gonna watch
not.
it.
You're
You know
right.
exactly. Yeah. So,
You should be like spoiler, National Geographical warning.
to be fair, when you give a spoiler alert, you should give like a 3-second pause.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
us.
definitely.
That's us.
Yeah.
Right.
A little
Hands up for us.
Yeah,
That's
let
an
it-
immediate spoiler alert.
let it sink in a little bit. You know.
Yeah, bro. Also, Power.
Power is a classic.
OLI.
Dude. How are we not gonna have Power? The thing is, we're still gotten the spin-offs.
Right,
So
Tariq, yeah. It's a comedy at this point.
There's not a lot of Showtime shows on
Power
this.
was fire. The first 5 seasons of Power was fire.
All right. Especially if Justified can be on this list.
Right? just like crawling in at 50.
Justified has our boy.
I know.
Walton.
I know.
I'll watch anything Walton Goggins is in.
Walter Goggins?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I love
Oh,
that guy.
man. Y'all seen Fallout?
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, that shit was good.
Dude, no
Fallout's
no
fine.
righteous gemstones on this list either.
Righteous Gemstones, Substitute Principals, Vice Principals.
Vice principals.
That needed more
classic.
seasons. It needed more seasons.
So does damn Chernobyl.
Yeah. No, but Chernobyl, like, based on a historical event, like,
Oh, please.
not a lot to tell.
Read a book, nerd.
You know, I think if they're gonna do a 1-season show, The Night Of was incredible.
Night of was
Oh,
awesome.
my God.
Night of was
Charlie
awesome.
from the top row.
I love that.
Oh,
show.
The Outsider was good too.
Yeah.
I like The Outsider.
Oh, The Outsider
I
was
remember
good.
they tried to like tease a
Season
second
2,
season,
yeah.
and
But
then
you
nothing
can't really do it.
Yeah, it's kind of
Bruh.
That's
Yeah.
what's wild about Flea. I mean, I love Fleabag. Like, I think Fleabag is one of the
Perfect show.
best shows I've ever seen. I think you're right. I think it's a perfect show given what the plot is, from front to end. It's a perfect show, but it's like 4 hours of TV.
Yeah.
So it's wild considering how many of these shows are hour-long episodes, and that's, I think, if I'm right, 6 20-minute episodes per season. So it's like, to compare that to even a Breaking Bad, where you had like singular episodes that were an hour long that were essentially their own movie, or Game of Thrones, or things like that. But I guess you also have some of these like 22-minute long comedies that are in there as well. It's really crazy to try to find a way to put all of these on the same list.
Has anybody seen Heartstopper?
It's on here?
Heartstopper.
26.
Yeah.
Has anybody
Yeah.
seen it?
Hold on
Let me
a
see.
second. I want to make sure
Heartstopper?
that that's what I think it is.
Another good show from Prime. Dang. He
Wow,
came on
that's a
our
high
show when
rating.
Billy was the old-timey baseball player.
Oh yeah.
He had
My
a show
man.
about his child.
Oh,
passing
yeah.
away. That was
What's my
great.
guy's name?
Rob
Rob Delaney.
Rob
yeah.
Delaney.
His show.
Heartstopper's a current show that's like super Gen Z.
Yeah, it's on
So
98.
it's got high ratings for sure. The
Never
first
heard
two
of
seasons
it.
are good. Also, Mindhunter's on here, which is crazy because that
Mindhunter's
show
not bad.
got canceled after
Yeah.
2 seasons,
The
which
first
is
season was
wild.
good. The first
That's
season was
good.
good.
That's really good. I
Yeah.
loved
Right.
Mindhunter.
Especially when it comes to Netflix, man. They're quick on the cancel button.
They made bad decisions
Yeah,
on that
they
one.
got- they're-
that is a great show.
And
I
also,
can't believe
like,
another network didn't pick it up.
I know Netflix has this model of like, make a season first, then we'll pick you up.
Yeah.
And I think that like hurts a lot of shows, and that's why you get like these really long production breaks without like a strike or something happening. Like Stranger Things didn't really have that treatment, but that's the last show I remember them greenlighting early.
But that's
Yeah.
what's so interesting
Because
is
it's
like
just such a phenomenon.
they were trying to get.
But now it's like, come on.
Well, it used to be with Netflix, they were doing so many original shows where they were trying to get
A lot of swings.
New
no House of
specific,
Cards on here is crazy too.
Yeah,
by the
that's
way.
actually
Just letting people know.
hard.
good point.
Well,
Got canceled.
it probably got review bombed.
at the end.
Yeah.
In
yeah.
particular.
I mean,
towards the end, but the first couple
No,
seasons of House of
no.
Cards was
Oh,
fire.
it's good. That's as good as
Really good.
any
That was-
Netflix
that was
show
like
has
Charlie?
ever been.
that was like
Give
their
me a nod
first.
there, Charlie.
No,
Give me
that
a
was
nod.
like their
Well,
first
I was
big
saying,
hit.
I think Mike is saying they got review bombed for a different
For a reason.
reason. Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
but I'm
No, I
talking
did.
about
But-
in a vacuum.
Yeah.
First couple seasons of
No,
House
yes,
of Cards
yes.
was excellent.
I agree with
But
you
this
completely.
list is based on ratings.
Yeah.
So what happens if it gets review bombed? The guy goes check now. It's probably really low, And I get it, but
But I mean,
yes, the first 4 seasons were great.
Well, and Netflix used to be trying to get people in with their original programming
Yeah.
and get new audiences, and they were targeting it. Now what they're doing is things like it was Suits and now Lost, and like these shows that
Seinfeld.
are bingeable shows, right? Seinfeld that they added not that long ago, that are like these classics that were wide-reaching that groups of people really, really liked, and so that's the way that they're now trying to get people into the tent, which is why you see them like canceling a show like Mindhunter that was more of a niche audience, more likely than not.
There's only one show on here that is not from the 80s, 90s, or 2000s, and that's The Twilight Zone at 11.
Another glaring absence from this list. Ozarks, ladies and gentlemen.
Ozark.
Where is Ozark?
I think Ozark's issue was it came out too close to Breaking Bad,
Big time.
so people felt like it was kind of.
I haven't watched
Yeah,
Ozark
Breaking Bad light, but it's a great
because
show.
that's what I heard.
No, it's great though. It's really
It's
good.
fire.
Yeah, it's really good. Like, shout out to Jason.
Too
Bateman.
close to Breaking Bad or to Better Call Saul?
No, it's much. Well,
Ozark was.
but Better Call Saul came out after I think Ozark premiered.
Orange is the new
check
black.
let's check that out.
Orange and New. That was another one of Netflix's early hits.
Right.
That was a huge hit.
That was a hit. It's like Wentworth for the Australians.
that was a huge hit at the same time that Handmaid's Tale was a big hit
Oh
with
my
Hulu.
God, Handmaid's
That's
Tale.
another one.
Tale's not on this.
It's
That's
not
surprising
on,
because
wow.
I thought that got great reviews.
Wow, that's a
Right.
good call, Jeremy.
Look it up.
So Better Call
Also,
Saul,
Monk.
according
Monk.
to this, started in 2015, and Ozark started in 2017.
Okay,
So it came after.
Yeah, but it was because you said Breaking Bad, but Breaking Bad was already done.
Well, it's actually like the 3 different. It's like the trident of criminal organizations. You had the drug dealer, the corrupt lawyer, and then this is the money launderer.
Yeah.
So it's like a different aspect of every.
Yeah.
Also, no Top Boy.
No
I love
Top Boy. Summer House, Top Boy.
Just a suggestion for those of you who have watched, and I've made this suggestion all around the office. Fuentes has heard it 12 times. For those of you who have watched Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad already and are considering a rewatch, do it chronologically.
Oh, yeah.
So watch all of Better Call Saul
first,
up until the moment when it crosses over in terms of timeline.
Yeah.
Then watch all of Breaking Bad. Then watch El Camino, the movie with Jesse Pinkman and the end of his story. And then watch the final few episodes of Better Call Saul. Just did that recently with my wife, and it absolutely elevated both shows.
Damn.
By starting at the beginning, and then you get all the background of Salamanca, and like having all of that fresh in your mind from Better Call Saul going into Breaking Bad makes all of the stakes even higher. It's spectacular.
Great villain, by the way.
Perfect villain.
Before we keep rolling
He's,
here, I gotta
he's
do
top
this.
5 villains.
For sure.
Do you know what time it is?
You betcha!
Which is
Carl, you gotta
presented
just say you betcha.
Yeah, just say
You betcha!
There you go.
I didn't know that was supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was the
that's
time.
fine.
Yeah.
I should have prepped you.
I should've
Anyway,
let you know about that time, yeah.
You Betcha is presented by DraftKings. Stay tuned because you'll hear more about DraftKings and all it has to offer throughout the show. DraftKings, the crown is yours. The summer of soccer is almost over. European final and Copa America final this weekend. I'm going to take Spain to win in the 90 minutes. Colombia.
motherland.
Actually, wait. Let me roll that back. I'm going to take Spain to win, push if tied. And my boys from Colombia, mi selección.
Wow.
All right. Colombia plus 145 at the time of recording. You get a plus 298 on this on DraftKings. The get-in price for the game right now, $2,151.
Damn.
The get-in price. And that's all the way up at the top.
Damn.
Dude, when Colombia
That's crazy.
won that game last night, like Hard Rock was counting the money.
Of course.
Because Messi, Argentina, Colombia, and Miami.
I have my the gender reveal for my child that day, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch it.
It's going
It's
to
at
be a
night.
packed house.
It's at
I
night.
know.
We're doing it at like 7:30.
Oh, you're doing your thing late? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's going to be a packed house at that gender reveal. I already know. Over 19.5.
We're still waiting on that. I don't know. We still need a third leg to that parlay. So we have over, what was it, 19.5 final line?
Yep.
Okay, over 19.5. What was the other one? There was one more.
Oh, for people that don't know what Tony
Yeah, what
and
are we
Juju
talking
were talking about.
Oh, because you were
so-
listening earlier in the episode, so you know what it
so,
is. I mean,
so what happened is that I wasn't sure how many people were going to be in the building today because with Pablo and Charlie and Dominique here, there's a lot of moving parts to the studio, and I wasn't sure how much time we were going to have.
we don't have enough cookies. I know that.
Yeah, from here and there. So we recorded a separate segment with Billy, Juju, and Tony, and they have a little wager going on about how many people are going to show
Oh,
up.
they haven't heard that yet.
No, they have heard.
Oh,
it.
they have heard
The
it.
people
heard
listening
it.
have. The
Yeah.
people in this present room
Yeah,
that weren't there for
Charlie
that
doesn't know,
conversation
Jeremy
have
doesn't
not.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe they haven't heard it yet. Oof.
You know what people on this list they've never heard of? The TV show Insecure. Like, what's happening
Oh,
here?
that's another good one.
Yeah.
Great example, man.
We should make like a
My wife would be upset. No Sex in the City.
Oh,
One of her favorite
damn.
shows.
no Californication, no Ray Donovan.
Ray Donovan.
Ray Donovan, great. How
Ray
do we
Donovan.
feel about the like
Mickey Donovan, what a
scandal
motherfucker.
/ How to Get Away with Murder? Do they belong or are they fringe?
Oh, now that you said that,
God, this is tough.
no.
Interesting that The Haunting of Hill House is there.
Which is the one with James Spader that was on forever?
Blacklist.
Blacklist.
That list was good.
Yeah.
Blacklisted from this list.
Oh damn,
Hey, yo.
he's back.
Yes.
Yeah, we should make it like a top 10 omitted list.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just,
I like that.
It's a great list.
Or a top 50 out of the best ones that aren't on there.
Anybody
Make
seen
our own
Band
list
of
of
Brothers?
Yes,
No,
yeah.
I mean,
It's
yeah.
amazing.
Good. Yeah.
It's good?
Hell yeah.
I've never seen that
It's a
one.
tearjerker.
You should definitely watch Band of Brothers. It's great.
I've never watched Sherlock either.
Me neither.
I know that's
For it to be number 9?
That's
like,
Benedict Cumberbatch's coming out party.
Sure, okay.
How do you feel about the duo of Silk Stockings and Knots Landing not being on this list? For my old heads out there, I see.
I'm like, you're going deep in the bag right now. Like, this is pulling stuff out of nowhere. You know what else not on this list? Cheers.
Wow.
Oh man, everybody know your damn name.
No reality shows on this list.
no gold.
Yeah,
Hey,
it is
that's a
surprising there's no reality shows.
It's
What's
probably
the
a
top?
separate
separate list.
What's the
Or-
best of the reality shows? Love Island.
Jersey Shore.
God, I love
No,
it.
season 1 of Jersey Shore is
That's as
prestige
good as it
television.
gets. Yeah.
That is culture defining.
Yeah.
We still talk about stuff.
First 2 seasons of Vanderpump Rules.
Yes.
Yep.
All time. MTV The Challenge before they put
You're
a-
in my boy's bag right now.
before they
though.
put a
This is
limit on
his
the amount of
bag.
drinks they could
Do we,
have.
do we
Right,
count
salute the
competition
CT.
shows? Because then, like,
Certainly.
the beginning of American Idol was
Yeah.
as good as it gets.
Yeah.
Yep.
The
First few seasons there.
Hannah Brown season of The Bachelor. Iconic.
Oh man,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Coming from Danny, no Golden Girls on this list either.
Oh, that actually is surprising.
Yeah.
All right, salute to my babies on that show. I love you all.
No Parks and Rec.
No Parks and Rec.
Wow.
No Parks and Rec
Poor
on
Mike
here
Schur.
Yeah.
Speaking of, go watch the Pitch Clock on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
My bad. I just knocked over everything.